What's up guys, I'm Jeff, the founder of Worldwide Cyclery, and we have recently been testing some secret suspension that RockShox has made, and it's some pretty phenomenal stuff, and we are now allowed to talk about it and tell the world all about the new cool stuff they've got going. Adam and Liam here at the shop have spent the most time on it, so they're here to tell you all about it.
What's up guys, my name's Liam with Worldwide Cyclery. Today I'm going to be going over the new RockShox Signature Series. Signature Series will be RockShox premium suspension offering for model year 2020. The models will be the same, including SID, Pike, Lyrik, Boxer, Deluxe, Super Deluxe, and Reverb products. While the models haven't changed, the tiers and technology in them have. The tiers will now be broken up into Ultimate, Select Plus, and Select, with Ultimate being the highest end tier and Select being the more entry-level tier. While all these models are going to have the same external chassis, the internals are what have changed and make up the new differences. These include a new damper, new seals, as well as some new fluid, and including a new air can for your aftermarket shocks. This is going to help you really tune in that rear shock and get dialed for your riding preferences. Now let's dive into what's changed for model year 2020 as far as forks go. For the past couple of years, I've been running RockShox forks and shocks on all my bikes off and on, and I really seem to get along with the RockShox products. They just seem to be easy to tune for my weight and my riding style, and for model year 2020, RockShox really wanted to reduce friction on all things in the fork. So that came the Charger 2.1 damper. For Charger 2.1, they've retuned both high-speed and low-speed compression, making the high-speed compression a little bit softer to help rider fatigue, as well as reduce the harsh hits on the small bumps. And the low-speed compression has been retuned as well to help the fork ride higher in its travel, giving you more available travel. The Charger 2.1 damper is going to be available in all Ultimate forks, as well as Select Plus on Pike, Lyrik, and Boxer products. Additionally, they've introduced Maxima Plus fluid in all the Charger 2.1 dampers. This further reduces friction, as well as helps maintain a more consistent temperature on long descents. The Maxima Plus fluid has been tested by all the World Cup pros, and if it's good enough for them, it's certainly good enough for us. RockShox went into further reducing friction by designing new SKF seals on both the dust wiper and internally on the Charger 2.1 damper. While the dust wiper seals may look similar, they have a new lip geometry design that helps reduce friction even further while keeping the dirt on the outside of the fork where you want it. Internally on the Charger 2.1 damper, new SKF seals have been introduced that helps reduce friction upwards of 30%. All across the board, Ultimate is now offered in two colors. SID is getting a nice gloss blue as well as black, Pike gets a new silver and black, and Lyrik and Boxer are sticking with the red and black they had before. All the tiers also have new design graphics from Select, Select Plus, and Ultimate series. For all these small details, percentages, and colors, check out the blog that has all the details and stuff you need to know about this. So now let's dive into rear shocks, what's new and what's interesting about that. New for model year 2020 is not only the tiers, but the new Deluxe Ultimate. The tiers are going to include the Select, Select Plus, and Ultimate similar to the forks, but the new Deluxe Ultimate has a redesigned damper that now has 5 compression adjustments. The 2 main ones are going to be your pedal and your open mode, as well as 3 low-speed adjustments that are signified by the minus, the 0, and the plus on the shock. These are going to be mostly controlled to low-speed situations or your low-speed compression dampening. While the Select, Select Plus, and Ultimate model shocks might come stock on your bike, only the Ultimate series shocks are going to be available aftermarket. The other new addition to the rear shocks is the new MegNeg can. The new MegNeg can is going to be an aftermarket can that you can bolt on to your current Deluxe or Super Deluxe shocks. By putting a MegNeg on your Deluxe or Super Deluxe shock, this is really going to help increase the forces needed to get into your travel. So by increasing negative space, you're going to be helping your bike into its travel, and also the MegNeg does a really good job at increasing mid-stroke support. So this isn't for everyone, as some riders are different, some bikes are tuned differently, but for myself and others people that have tried it, there's no going back to the normal air can, and they're sold on this MegNeg. It's tunable with these bands, so with running no bands, you can have up to 211% more negative space, and by adding each band, you're slightly reducing that negative space, but still having more room than the original can had on your shock. The MegNeg can is going to be available aftermarket only and retails for $90. The MegNeg is going to be really good for that aggressive rider really looking to tune their rear suspension and get that perfect feel on the trail. The last bit of new suspension tech is going to be a red spring for Super Deluxe coils. That will look really good paired to your red Lyrik or red Boxer. Now we're going to bring in Adam, who also has a lot of time on the new RockShox Ultimate series, and we're going to go into how it feels on the trail and what the differences were from last year to this year and what we both liked. Adam is lucky enough to go on a trip recently with SRAM and RockShox to get new testing done on these forks. What do you think?
So right off the bat, I really enjoyed it. Like Liam said, I was in Portugal for a week testing the new product on various different kinds of terrain and was very impressed. Right off the bat, I can say it definitely kind of smooths out the trail, had a nice plush feeling to it. I initially started out with this is my bike right here, so obviously I had the Pike Ultimate and then the Super Deluxe on the rear. I tried it with the standard air can, which I liked, although I was kind of looking for more of a plush sort of coil-like feel. When I put the MegNeg can on there, that is kind of really when it was a big difference. You know, it definitely started to feel more like a bigger bike, much more plush. It handled the chop really, really nice. Just completely changed the way the bike felt. I really, really enjoyed it. Now you also got to test the product out in Arizona. What did you think?
Pretty much the same things. I put it on my Evo offering, and it already did have a Super Deluxe from 19 on there, but the 2020 was a pretty good improvement, as well as the MegNeg on there. So I was able to really focus in on the MegNeg and do a lot of testing from the stock can to no tokens or no bands to full bands and go all through those. And was really able to dial it in, as well as the fork. The fork was pretty easy to dial in though for myself. It rides higher in its travel, and I found that I could add more air to the fork while still maintain that small bump sensitivity.
Yeah, I mean, the small bump sensitivity was really impressive. It really just seemed to suck up a lot of those hits and just wasn't as noticeable. Previously, before having the suspension set up, I kind of noticed my feet, I run flats, and I noticed my feet kind of get knocked off the pedals here and there. And once I really got this dialed, I was able to kind of stick and stay planted and not really worry about bouncing around and coming off my bike. So that was really nice.
Yeah, that's actually a huge part of this can developed from Sam Hill, who runs flats.
Right.
And that was one of the things he wanted, was to really stick on his bike more through that rough, choppy kind of corners and off-camera stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I think they definitely killed it with the MegNeg can combined with the new fork. You know, to be honest, we didn't really get to try the Lyrik or any of the other models, but from riding the Pike, I was really impressed. So the mid-stroke was really impressive as well with this shock, especially on the steep terrain, jumps. I felt like it really shined there. I was able to hold my line and just feel more confident. What did you think about that?
Yeah, definitely the same feel. Especially in corners and steep chutes, you're able to ride higher in the travel, and you have that support that you're really looking for. So you're not diving deep in the fork, and you're not feeling the bottom of your shock either. You know, the MegNeg really helps increase that mid-stroke support on the rear shock, and it kind of helps you ride high, and you have extra travel when you need it, but you're not using all your travel the whole ride.
Yeah, no, it was very impressive. And keep in mind, these are just our initial overviews. You know, we will be coming out with a longer term review very soon. But yeah, first thoughts are pretty positive, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely good stuff coming from RockShox. As Adam just said, this is only our first initial thoughts of the new Signature series, and specifically Ultimate line of products from the Fork, Shock, and MegNeg. We will be doing individual reviews on each, so stay tuned for that. Let us know why you haven't made the switch to RockShox yet. If you like this video, make sure to share it with your friends. And if you want more awesome content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next one.